Okay, so hopefully this is working again. So I went live earlier and for some reason nothing was working. So I'm hoping that someone will join so that they can tell me if it's working or not. Okay, so like I was stating before, we are with Wilson Tax and Bookkeeping, and we are looking to answer some questions that some people may have. So when you start a business, so I've got my handy dandy whiteboard here, and hopefully I got it to where, yeah. Okay, so hopefully I got it to where you can kind of see it as well. I'll kind of rotate it a little. I don't pull my earbuds out of my ears. Okay, so starting a business, there's a few things that you want to make sure you do. So the first one should be to register with state. Okay. The second one you want to do is register with the IRS. And I know what you guys are going to say. You're going to say, but I don't want them to know anything about what's going on with the business. Totally get it. But guess what? If you are a business, I'm going to shut these off. Maybe, hopefully, that will help you see it. So, if you're going to open a business, you are going to want to report everything with that business. You're not going to want to just report what you want here and there. As a business, let's see if I can turn this way. As a business, you want to report everything you buy, sell, whatever. Because if you don't, it's technically tax evasion. You don't want to go down that road. The third thing, which most people do not do, that some people will, is hire a bookkeeper or a CPA. I am not a CPA. The only difference about a CPA and a bookkeeper is the CPA has a license to charge more. Literally, that's all it is. A bookkeeper is the exact same thing. We manage the books, we manage the reconciling, we manage all of it on a day-to-day basis. So therefore, we are doing the exact same. Okay? So I'm gonna see if I can do it like that. Make that a little bit. And I'm gonna look into getting a smaller whiteboard. That way I can share it a little easier. So we're still new on going live on YouTube and LinkedIn. So we're still trying to learn the best routes. So I have Crystal Skull Bling that is amazing at her marketing and everything. And so she's been helping me and suggesting different things to do. You still can't see it, can you? There. It's a little better, huh? There we go. Okay, so first thing to do, we're going to go through it. It's kind of slow. Register with the state, okay? State. 1. Okay? First thing. Second, register with the IRS, okay? And the reason you want to register with the IRS is this gives you an EIN. This gives you a corporate certificate of incorporation stating that you are a business. This right here is what you'll need. I'm gonna do that to open up a bank account. So the state, you need to register with the state to open a business bank account, which leads me to the fourth thing. Open a business bank account. Now you heard, I said business bank. This is the key word. You do not have to open up a credit card immediately. Open a dang bank account. Simple. You don't have to have a credit card right then. So credit cards are going to be later down the road when you have money coming in and when you know that you have money coming in. Credit cards can get a business just as much trouble as a personal credit card can. Use it wisely if you have it for the business. Okay, so all of these, all of them, go along with each other. I'm going to make sure that you guys can hear me and see me real fast. Hold on. I'm going to make sure. Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay, so I ended that for you. Okay, so register with the state, register with the IRS, hire a bookkeeper, open a business bank account. So there's a few different ways you can do all of these. So these two, number 1 and 2, you can use another software called LegalZoom. It's a little more expensive, so I don't recommend it, but if that's what you want to do, that's up to you. I'm not going to judge you. Or you can go to the state's website and open it, and depending on each state, it depends on how much it costs. Register with the IRS is free, so normally you can get that one into the works for free. So depending on what type of entity you open. Hiring a bookkeeper, if you hire them right now, they don't have cleanup work to do. Cleanup work costs more than what going and just starting up a new whole business. Cleanup is going to cost you so much more. Don't wait. Just hire a bookkeeper right then and there. Open a business bank account. Normally it's $50 to maybe $150. I mean, depending on the cost at each bank. So it's not nearly as bad. So if you say, I'm just going to throw some numbers out here, okay? So I'm going to point this down. Don't look at my fat rolls. Just kidding. Okay, so let's say if you hire us to do this, we charge $200. This is berries. Plus, this is going to be, I'm going to put right away. Plus, this is going to depend on what type of business you are. And so these are all estimates. All estimates. Okay? Don't come back at me. So let's say we're going to charge them $500. Okay? Then they're going to open a bank account. We're going to say $150. Okay? So that's $750, $850, right? Okay. Later, and we're going to say 1 year, because normally most of the time they do not start out. They wait a year to hire a bookkeeper. So say they didn't get their EIN, they didn't get their state, we mandate it, so we make them do it. So we'll charge that. Plus the fee for cleanup. This again kind of varies. This is our highest. Then this right here is open a business account. If they didn't open a business account, guess where all the transactions are going? They're going to personal. These people are naughty. Okay, so I'm going to suggest, hey, go open a business account because we won't touch your books unless you have a business account. Okay, so right here is 300. That's 500. So we're going to put 500, bring down the 3. You're looking at the 3,500 to clean up, to get it all going, compared to 850. Which way would you go? I mean, it's really, just common sense. Sorry, I dropped my pen. Okay, so I'm gonna erase this because I don't want no one coming back and saying that, oh, today's not Friday either. I'm sorry. There you go. Today. Okay, so have we learned anything so far? So, register with the state, IRS, hire a bookkeeper, open a business bank account, not a credit card account, bank account. Okay, so I'm gonna move on. Beating whatever the saying is, I don't know what it is. Man, I have no viewers right now. Come on, you people. Learn some bookkeeping. Just kidding. Okay, so the next thing we're going to go to, if you have all this set up, guess what comes next? It's in the title of the video. Tax returns. Okay, now, so I'm going to be gentle. Okay, so if you are an LLC operator, give me a hint if anyone knows where that goes on their tax return. That's what I thought. It goes on with your personal taxes. This, and it is a Schedule C. Now, I'm going to be very blunt and honest. You can't take everything away. You got to file on it. I'm telling you, these people will ask some crazy questions. If you have a Schedule C and it's a legit Schedule C, and you've registered with the state and the IRS, and you've hired a bookkeeper, and you have a bank account with the business, file the dang tax return. Now, I'm going to tell you, the lower your net is, the less you pay. Correct? Correct. Does that mean make it 0 or make it negative on purpose? No, because if you have a 0 net income 3+ years in a row, guess what's going to happen? Yes, an audit. They are more liable to audit you with having 3 years at 0 or anything negative. Do you know why? Sorry, I've had too much energy today. So, when you become a business and you have that going on, it looks like it's not a legit business. You're taking too much from the business to pay either yourself or pay other people to pay. You have too much deductions going on, which does not look good. Now, I will say, normally as a good business owner, it takes 5 years. 5 years, I'm going to write it down. 5 years to have a profitable business. So, yes, that does mean you could be at 0. That means you could be at negative. But they can still look and they will keep track kind of to see about what your area is. Now, I'm telling you, don't let yourself be the one to beat yourself up. Okay? It's not worth it. Also, as an LLC, I'm gonna put an arrow down right here. Okay? As an LLC, okay, listen very closely. You cannot pay yourself as a W-2 or a 1099. W-2, 1099, no go. As an LLC, no, you should never pay yourself. You take owner's draw. Does that mean you take everything that the company has because you want to pay yourself more? No, don't do it. Okay, so that was for an LLC, okay, you guys? I'm telling you, I'm being firm, and there's a reason, okay? I promise, there is a reason. S corps. Okay, S corps are filed separate from the 1040. That means you should be on payroll. You can have other employees. But I'm telling you right now, listen very closely. Monitor your expenses. If an S Corp has, say, a construction business and you go tanning, it's not accounted for. No. Okay. If you are a social media, you're on it every day, you are marketing, if you have a 1099 job by doing a real estate, you can classify it as advertising. There's limits though. Do not push over the limits. Make sure you check with someone or check on the IRS's website. As a corporation, as an S Corp, you have to monitor your business. Now, I'm telling you from experience, if you do not pay your payroll tax, you don't pay certain things, they will come at you and they will charge interest. Don't do it. Behave yourself. I'm talking to you. Don't do it. Okay. So, do we understand S corps? So, understand? So, each tax return. So, I'm going to set that back here. So, LLC, S corps. I'm not going to go over C corps because I don't have anyone that is a C corp right now. I mostly want to talk about the ones that I've dealt with a lot, and that is the LLC and the S corp. So please pay attention, okay? You pay attention, okay? Hold on, I'm going to bug my wife and tell her she didn't join my live. I doubt she'll see it because she's busy with the kiddos. Okay, so when you file a tax return, someone tell me in the comments, even though I have no viewers right now, tell me in the comments what an LLC needs and an S Corp needs to file a tax return. I'm gonna wait. Oh, you guessed it! Good job! Just kidding, there's no comments. A profit and loss, also known as a P&L. So with a profit and loss, it has your income total. Okay. This is classified as your gross income. Ew. Like gross. Just kidding. Okay. Then gonna have your expenses. And one thing I will say and remind people, as an LLC, you cannot file your balance sheet, which means no assets, no liabilities on the balance sheet. None. Now, you can file the depreciation with any of your asset items, and that's allowed for an LLC. So make sure you know. So we're going to have expenses on this profit and loss, and then we're going to have what they call net income. Tell me who knows what this is. Come on, go ahead. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Talk to me. Talk to me. Yes! Just kidding, there's no one there again. Net income is what's taxed on your tax return. Does that make sense to everyone? Now, I want to know if this is beneficial. This is a great lessons, and I'm trying to be better about small TikTok videos and blah, 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 blah. But I really, with the type of business we are, this in-depth, I need a bigger whiteboard, yo. Look at this thing, it's full. Probably not. I probably need a smaller one because this thing hurts my hand. Okay. So we have our gross income minus expenses equal the net income. Okay. So I'm going to erase this and then I'm going to ask for something for you guys to never do this. Okay. And just because I show it on here does not mean it's allowed. It is not allowed. No good. I'm gonna write no good. No good. Okay, see that smiley face? Ooh, there we go. There we go. I wonder if I can change the mirror. Hold on a minute. Hopefully not break it. Mirror camera. Let's see. That work? Oh yeah. No good. No good. Okay, so pay attention. Okay. These are no good things. So confusing. Okay. Do not decrease your net income just because. I'm going to put JB. Do not decrease it just because it's high. Whatever, if you have a bookkeeper and you have a bank account and you are registered, everything along it, do not decrease your net income. You legally should not be doing it. Okay? Oh, that goes back. There we go. Okay. The next one that I've seen, okay? This is bad. Don't. Okay? Do not pay people under the table. Okay? Don't do it. And so if you're gonna do it, which I'm not saying and you should do it, okay? Don't give them a check with taxes taken out, okay? It will wind up being bad if they're not listed as employees on your books, because you have a bookkeeper, then don't pay them like they have taxes. So Now, there are certain businesses, like a restaurant, okay? So, for example, a restaurant, what type of employee would a restaurant be? Or what type of employee at a restaurant would they be? A 1099 or a W-2? Wait, 15. Exactly, a W-2. Because most of the time, they are paid per hour. A restaurant employee is not paid as you come in. So if you are being a restaurant employee and you're paid with a 1099, you have that freedom to pick your hours. Restaurant employees don't have that freedom. So make sure that you're watching this for those bad people. Okay. So the next one. Fraud charges. There are mistake charges. Oops, I swiped the wrong card. Limited. Okay? And I'm saying very, very, very limited. Fraud charges are any time an employee or someone in the organization has used a card more than 10 times without permission or by other circumstances, by taking money, taking checks, depositing into their account, writing checks to themselves out of the business account. And just so you know, it's not just employees, it's also business owners. Know that it's not just employees, it's business owners too. So remember, fraud charges. List it on your books every time. If you have 10K in fraud charges and you wipe that clean, take it away, okay, that leaves me 10K with a net income, okay? Okay, so now we have a net income of 10,000. No. You take it away and you put it as a net income of 0 with the fraud charges listed on the profit and loss. Okay. Now, I will tell you, if you have a mistake, I'm going to put it, say 100K for the gross income, and I'm just going to abbreviate GI, okay? And then we have 50K as expenses, and I'm going to put EXP. And then we have 20K as a fraud. So that leaves your net as 30K. You're going to be paying on this. If you put this back down here and this changes to 50K, you're going to be paying on it. Okay, so now I'm going to show you mistake transactions. And I'm going to put mistakes. Okay. My wife does not love me because she hasn't joined my live. Okay, so if we have 100K again for net income and or gross income, then I'm going to put GI. And then let's say we have $50 as mistake. Okay. If it's a mistake transaction, we do a journal entry to decrease this and make it 0, so that goes to 0. Okay. Now, for example, if you have, let's say $100, okay, that was charged to your card and went to advertising, and then your employee says, yeah, I charged the wrong card, I'm so sorry. And you say, that's fine, let's not do it again, let's keep the cards in the safe unless we get permission to take it out, blah, 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 whatever your, area is that you're supposed to be doing. When they reimburse you, so that employee should pay you $100. Here you go. You deposit it into your bank account. It wouldn't go to income. No, it would go down here to the advertising. That would decrease it by 100 and make advertising 0. So there's a difference. Fraud charges get counted for. Mistake charges get zeroed out. Okay, so there is a big difference. Make sure that you know. Okay, so taxes. Sorry, my nose itches. So, taxes. First, register with the state, register with the IRS, hire a bookkeeper, and open a bank account. That all has to do with taxes at the end of the year. Now, we are always a year behind. So we are in 23. We are filing for year 22. Always a year behind. If you opened in 22 mid-year, should you have a tax return to file? If you're an LLC, 22 mid-year. Yes, you're gonna file a tax return. Now, if you did not do anything and you just had startup costs, would you file? So you had $50K in startup costs. You bought a building, you bought inventory, you bought all this fun jazz. Would you have to file a 22 mid-year tax return? No one? No. Maybe. Yes, you gotta file a dang tax return. So, I dropped my marker. So, there's circumstances wherein you have to know, when you have to know if you're gonna file or not. Now, I'm gonna test you guys, okay? No rewinding, no going back. You can't cheat, cheaters. Okay. Tax returns. Okay. An LLC is attached to what? What type of tax return is it attached to? No rewinding. Just kidding. You can't. An LLC is attached to what type of tax return? Let's see if my wife can get it. She better know. And no Google searches. You can't Google crap. This is a test and we're taking this serious. Come on, give us the answer. Going once. Going twice. Do you know it? Oh, she hasn't posted in a while. Oh. We already know I don't know. What the heck is wrong with you? An LLC is attached to your personal tax return. Okay. That's my it's horrible. Okay. Okay, I'm testing you guys again. Okay. An S Corp is filed under what type of tax return? This one's a little harder, because if you don't have an S corp, then you wouldn't know. Okay, let's see who knows this one. Laura's not on, so she don't know. She's cheating. Let's see if anyone else knows. An S corp is filed under what tax return? Going once. Going twice. I'll give you a hint. It starts with a number 1. It's 1120S. Okay, this one should be easy, and everyone should know this. Okay, blank is taxed on your return, and I'm gonna just put return. Blank is taxed on your tax return. What is it? What is the blank? You don't say a line, and don't say scribbles either. Kick someone. I need a board thing. Someone's here. Hold on. It's just Laura. Thought I had a robber. Okay, just kidding. Did you see her? She came in on my live, yo. Whew. Almost struck the board on my face. Okay. Blank is taxed on your return. Blank is taxed on your return. Babe, do you know it? Well, put up N E T. Your net income, yo. Net income is taxed on your return. Now, this one we did not talk about. Okay? So, for a cannabis business, is the net or gross tax on their return? Gross. For a cannabis business, their gross income is taxed. Okay. So I hope this helped you out and you learned a bunch. And I hope your test will wind up being good. And no surprises. Register with the state. Register with the IRS. Hire a dang bookkeeper. And open a bank account. You don't have to have a credit card right away. Credit card comes down when you kind of get bigger. So when you get a credit card, you know you better be an S corporation. So register with state, register with IRS, hire a dang bookkeeper, hire me, and then bank account. Only a bank account until you grow. And your bookkeeper or CPA can help you with that. Prices vary from CPA to CPA and from bookkeeper to bookkeeper. So if you have questions, hit me up. I'm out of here.